Now let's move along to Keir Starmer and President Trump. Their meeting and the topics discussed were fascinating. The dynamic between the two was fascinating. Here, the president talks about the importance of tax relief for family farms, and watch Keir Starmer next to him squirming because while the US is removing tax burdens for farmers, the UK is imposing new and increased taxes.
They don't want to do anything else. I speak to farmers, I say, would you like to live in my penthouse in Manhattan? It's the most beautiful. No, sir, I want this farm. And what happens is, we were losing a lot of people to suicide. They'd borrow money to pay the estate tax, and they were not able to pay it. And some banks are ruthless; they wouldn't do anything, and they would end up committing suicide. We have totally ended the estate tax in those situations, so there's no estate tax. So when a parent leaves the farm to the kids, they don't have to worry about their local, possibly unfriendly banker coming in and stealing their farm.
Corey, when you look at the full answer there, it's clear the president not only has a great affection for farmers, but he understands how important these family farmers are and how neglected they've been in recent years.
That's right. And Starmer was there just awkwardly sitting there. It was almost laughable. He didn't know what to do because Trump's on the right side of history here. The economy relies on the farmers to be able to produce, put food on the table for people, have those grocery stores and their shelves stocked. And it's basic Maslow's hierarchy of needs. If your economy doesn't have the basics, it's going to be really hard to be competitive at a global scale. So it says Trump's doing the right thing here. He's opening up the economy, lowering taxes, putting more money into the hands of American people. And that's always going to be a big win. So we also had the big, beautiful bill passed, which is a sign of more good things to come.
Now, before you go, let's look at this statement from Boston Children's Hospital, reaffirming their commitment to so-called gender-affirming care for children. Now, I'm pretty sure this mob who received hundreds of millions of dollars of taxpayer funds, they were saying not long ago that this wasn't happening, that youngsters weren't giving these irreversible treatments. They even deleted all sorts of material detailing their programs. But this is still happening in Boston, Corey. How is it happening in Boston?
I mean, well, you got a communist utopia in Boston, Massachusetts. This is one of the most liberal places in the country. And yeah, I mean, this gender affirming care, we should call it what it is. It is child abuse. And when it's allowed under law, it's state sanctioned child abuse. You have surgeries that are sexual for children. You have hormone therapies. You have puberty blockers. This kind of stuff should not be available to kids. And in some places, the Democrats are pushing for insurance companies to cover this so-called gender-affirming care. So for Boston Children's Hospital or to put out this statement, you can see all the words were so small. If you're explaining you're losing, they know they're on the wrong side here, but they've been found out. It's just like when we found out there was critical race theory happening in schools. At first, the teachers' unions would say, no, it's not happening. But when they couldn't backpedal anymore and we put the spotlight on them, they had to kind of change course and say, oh, well, okay, it's happening. We'll admit that. And we have to pretend it's a good thing now. But they're doing the same thing. We're going to look back in a few years, I mean, in the future and say this, I cannot believe. It's like basically lobotomies, modern day lobotomies. It's just crazy that they're doing these things to children.
And still doing it after everything we have learned in the last 5 years. Corey DeAngelis, thank you so much for your time tonight.